What's up, peoples? What's up, my peoples? How are you doing? How are you doing? So today, can you hear me? Actually, you know what? I did something. Hold on. Check, check. I have been having problems with my system. So, hey, Daniel, how you doing? So I hope that y'all guys can hear me because I can hear myself, but I'm hoping that you can. Okay, cool. So y'all can. All right, cool. I just making sure because it's a new system and I'm trying to figure it all out. Anyway, so we're back. We're back here on Money. Hey, also, how are you doing, brother? Thank you so very much, Rosie, and thank you so very much for being here. I am glad you guys are here. We got a new artist that's here today. He's got a great voice, great look, and so without further ado, let me go ahead and run the intro for Edwin Baltierra. It goes like this. Hey, how you doing, Edwin? How you been?
Hey, I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Actually, I see you,
Am I
but you're
frozen?
frozen. Yeah, you're frozen again.
Ah, man. Let me try this again.
That's all right. It's all right.
Oh, man. I'm frozen on all cameras. What is going
Yeah,
on?
nah, it's cool. It's cool. We can see sort of like you, but you're frozen. That's all right.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't, normally I have all my stuff very well situated, but it's been one of those very long days, as you can imagine. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's a Monday. What can you do? It's a Monday. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you very much for joining us. Michelle just joined the team here
Hi,
at Qvo
Michelle.
Radio, so she's part of the Dos Mujeres Quieren Saber podcast that we have. Actually, tomorrow they're going to have another new artist, Veronica, that's going to be on their show, which is a pretty awesome show. So you get to just check it out. It's 6 o'clock tomorrow. So well, I mean, at least I see your face, and people are going to know who you are, right?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, you guys.
Ah, it happens, brother. It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's no big deal. So at least we get to see you. We can hear you. Can y'all guys hear him? Put it in the notes if y'all can hear it, or send me a comment that y'all can hear him or not, because
I
I
hope
can
you
hear.
guys can.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All
But
right, perfect. Let me try this one more time. It's still frozen, huh? Man, we had it, and I don't know what happened. I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hi, Ed. Sorry, I'm reading all the notes.
nah,
Okay.
you're fine. It it happens. So the good thing is you're going to be able to get your message out, and people are going to be able to hear you. So that's all that really matters. And maybe your camera will work here in a bit.
In a bit, hopefully. I'm hoping that they will.
Yeah. Rory Ann Smith. I'm sorry, Rory. I said your name wrong incorrectly. I'm sorry. I am new to you and new to his podcast world, to this podcast world, but I've enjoyed watching your podcast. I'm with trending with Trudy. Whoa, trending with Trudy. Well, then go ahead and put us down where we can find you and when we can see you, so that maybe we can check it out. I would be glad to share it. Only way we can level up, sweetheart, is together. So go ahead, please share the information so that way those that are watching us can go over and check you out when you have an opportunity. So, but Edwin, thank you so very much. Don't worry about the camera.
Okay.
Concentrate on us. Don't worry about it. You're fine. We can see you, we can hear you, and that's all that needs to happen. All right? You're okay. You're fine. Things like these happen. Look, if it happens to CNN and they're a Fortune 500 company, it'll happen to us. We're just a couple of schmoes here on a Monday evening, right? So
All righty.
it's not the end of the world. At least we get your message out. So, first of all, um, your new song Acaricia, man. It's a good song. It's very interesting. Kind of a progressive kind of style of music that came across. But I mean, you're working with Shelly Lattes, so that's kind of what I expect from her. You know, she's been pushing the music envelope. To be very progressive, which it needs to. I keep telling people that music needs to grow,
Mhm.
and and people were like, well, I like this and that. And I was like, when you were a baby, you were like this small, and then you grew. And so it's a good thing. It would suck if you were 65 years old and still that same
Yeah,
size, so you have to grow. And that's a good thing. Growing is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. So we're fine with that.
I
But
really appreciate it.
yeah, no, but it's cool. So um, what's it been like for you to transition into this new genre, and especially having Shelly Lattis as your mentor? I don't know if you've really gotten the scope of who she really is, because she's really an icon in this genre of music, Tejano music, because she's been doing it for so long. And just to put it in perspective, there rap music has more one-hit wonders than all genres of music combined. So in order for you to be a really great artist, you have to put out a lot of great music, and she's been doing it for 30 plus years, bro. So that just kind of puts it into perspective of how good of a musician, how good of an artist she is in this genre. So how's it for you working with her?
Oh my goodness, it is. It's just the best feeling ever. She reached out to me through TikTok, and I had already done my research on the Tejano community,
Mhm.
because I mean, aside from respecting it so much, I'm so influenced by it, and I admire it very dearly. And I've done a little bit of my research, and I knew who she was. And it was a full circle moment when we spoke on the phone, because I had seen a few of her interviews, and I was like, this is wild. Is she really calling me right now? And I was like, is she really calling me right now? And the beautiful part about it is that she's just so humble and so willing to help, so eager to help. And I think you nailed it. Right in that intro when you were speaking about her, I feel the same way. I think she's just a breath of fresh air, and she's been helping me tremendously, and I'm just forever grateful to her.
Yeah, she's most definitely. Well, I've known her since she was a little girl, and well, she was in her teens, but I mean, she's just a wonderful, wonderful person. And she congratulations to Shelly. I know she's not going to be on. She just got married this past weekend.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
Congratulations to the both of them.
yeah, she's not going to be. She texted me earlier today, and I was like, "Look, you just go concentrate on making memories. Don't worry about this stuff. You go and enjoy yourself." Big shout out to Rick Valderrama. How are you doing, brother? Hey, congratulations on a nomination for your for Hermanitos, your song that you wrote for about your brother. If you haven't had a chance to listen to that song with Rick Valderrama, he wrote it for his brother. It is a wonderful, beautiful song. It's nominated right now, so go check it out. Rick, thank you so very much for joining the show, and congratulations on your new job, which is pretty awesome. Heather, how are you doing? Heather Jolene Alcantar, how are you doing, sweetheart? Saludos to everyone. Hey, Edwin, welcome to the rap family. Rosie Allison, by
Hey.
the way. Yeah, you can thank Rosie. Rosie's the one that she sent me a text. Hey, Lawrence, can you give Edwin a slot? And I was like, yeah, I can put him in. I think I have an opening in July. And she's like, no, I need something sooner. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Let me
she's
see what I can do.
amazing. They're all amazing. Thank you all so very much.
Yeah, she's Heather's another singer as well. Great Christmas song, by the way, that she put out. So I
Oh,
can't wait for the
very
next
nice.
song. Heather's got a lot of progressive cumbias that I really really love. I love the beat and the emphasis that she puts on in her in her pronunciation. A lot of us, it was one of the things that I noticed. When because I get a lot of music every day. I'm getting 10,
Hmm.
15 songs a day. I get 100 emails a day. And diction is something that I've really picked up on, and some of them they can be lazy. I'm always making fun of Bad Bunny. He doesn't know that consonants exist in Spanish music, you know, because he doesn't know how to close his mouth. But that's just a joke. But I mean, it's wonderful. And for you, I really like your music. How would you characterize your music though? Because it's very progressive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very much a fusion for sure.
Hmm.
Um, I ask myself that question very, very often. I sit with my producer, which is he's also my mentor, and a little bit of everything. Truly, his name's Johnny. So I think it's just the this is the biggest struggle, because I'm so inspired by so many, obviously my culture, Mexican American, with the regional music, grupero, cumbia, and even Tejano, I think it's just you're gonna see a whole bunch of all of that. You know what I'm saying? So if you can put all of those into one, that's where you'll find me. You know, that's the fusion. So I don't want to just like limit myself and say, oh, just do this one thing here. But for sure, right now you're seeing a lot of this cool Tejano, like Tex-Mex style cumbia, grupero even. Maybe in a year or less than a year, you might see a whole mariachi album come out. I don't know, a whole different.
Well,
It's just the
yeah,
love of the art.
yeah.
So
There's nothing wrong with spreading your wings and trying different types of music and everything else. I will tell you that I asked Ruben Ramos, who's been doing this for forever, like over 50 years, and I asked him, what advice would he give a new artist? And it was strange enough that he said, just do that. And I was like, what is that? He goes, that's exactly it. Whatever it is that it is your genre, whatever it is that you're trying to
thank
do,
you.
just stick with that, and
Thank you.
not because that's how your audience is going to know who you are. If you're constantly changing your look or changing, what you are, then people are gonna they're not gonna recognize you. You need to give them some
Yeah,
familiarity and make it who you are, which is really awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, Michelle says, "Hey, she found Stephen Lauren on TikTok. It's an amazing that she keeps finding these talents." Yes, she did. Actually, she also found, I do believe she found Annika as well, Annika
Oh,
Garza,
wow.
and Annika's just a phenomenal
Yeah,
voice.
I love her voice.
I love her voice. Why don't we go ahead and take a listen to Carissime, your single that you're promoting right now? It's a great song. It's a good video, great quality on the video, by the way. I also make music
Thank
videos.
you.
I like that too. So we'll go ahead and take a listen to it. This is from Edwin. How do you say your last name? I've been saying it Baltierra, but how do you say your last name?
That's pretty good. Yeah, Baltierra.
Baltierra. See, there you go.
Uh-huh.
Not bad for
Not
a Native
bad.
American.
Hey,
For a
you
Native
almost got.
American. You're welcome to say my last name, Michuampi Achelo, but it's one of those.
You know what? You say it much better than I would.
Hi, right? Hi, Hilda. How are you doing? She says hello. And let's go ahead and take a listen to this. This is Carissa from Edwin Baltierra. Go ahead, Chris.
Cuando estoy contigo, siento tan bonito. Mi vida es completa cuando tú estás cerca. Amorcito lindo, siempre serás para mí. Desde aquel momento cuando conjugamos nuestras almas lindas, pronto me di cuenta de la bella armonía que hay entre nos. Dame de tu corazón, dame de tu humilde amor, dame de tu bendición, dame tu calor, dame de tu corazón, dame de tu humilde amor, dame de tu bendición, dame tu calor. Acaríciame, baby, no me sueltes. Acaríciame, ven y tómame. Acaríciame, besa todo mi cuerpo. Acaríciame. Ay, amor. You little cutie pie. Y cuando estoy contigo, beso por aquí, beso por allá. Ya sabes, baby. Cuando estés conmigo,
Thank you.
Well, now I don't see anything but just hear you.
Oh man, I am so sorry, you guys.
That's all right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Could you see the screen? Could you see what they were
I can
saying?
see, I can see everything full screen. I'm loving everything. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
I'm
you're. Let
so
me see if I
sorry
can.
for my technical difficulties, you guys. This is so not like me. I'm so sorry, y'all.
No,
I
I'm just
promise
trying
I
to.
owe you another one, and I promise my team will be on it this time. I just couldn't make it out to LA today, so I'm here in Coachella because I had school today. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You're fine. You're fine, brother. Don't worry about it. As long as we can hear you and you can hear us, and we got it out there. Actually, you know what? I can change your. See if I can change your. No, I can't. I was going to try to change your avatar so that way you'd come up, but
Oh,
unable to
maybe
do
I
that.
can try to do that. Let me see.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're getting some good comments. I mean, you've seen some good comments and everything else, and it's pretty cool. I, I like I said, it's very progressive. It's very different. I
Thank
like
you.
the way the bass is it's a sliding bass, which is it's very interesting, you know, because you're going two notes, it's sliding two notes, so it's always just, you know, it's like, you know, E A, ooh, ooh,
You know,
ooh.
the master behind that is again my co-writer and producer Johnny Juan Manuel
Mhm,
Corona. That man is just a musical genius, honestly. All those beautiful things and odd things that you might hear that might just like kind of pull your attention. It's all
mhm.
him. I mean, some of it me, but really, truly, he's the one behind all that.
Yeah, and it's it's funny because it's just it's great that it's progressive and it's pushing it, and like I said, it's it's just new, that's all. And I
Mhm.
really do, I do like the fact that, you know, I appreciate the effort that you're putting forward in making that song the way it is. It's, you know, it's given us a different flavor, you know, and that's what's wonderful. That's what's wonderful. That's what I love about new artists. They take new takes on everything. There you are.
Oh, okay. Am
But you're
I
still
frozen?
frozen. Yeah.
Man.
Well, now you're smiling and frozen.
Okay, well, at least that, at least there's that.
So
Ay,
there
ay,
you are.
ay.
Nah, that's cool. Don't worry about it.
I gotta get some fancy stuff like you, man.
Oh well.
You have the whole
Uh,
setup.
yeah, I got the setup. I have to because I'm old and sodded. You know,
Which, by the way, before I forget, you just really know how to make an artist feel super special. I mean, those cool intro videos, like all that, I love, man. That's so sick. Thank you. Before I
thank you so very
forget.
much. Well, I mean, you know, my job is to first of all make you look good. Secondly, is to make sure that, you know, when you finish with the show, you can say, you know what, I think that's the best show that I've been on, and I want to come back to that show. You know, so that's the main goal of doing what I do. You know, just try to set precedent.
Well, you
I've
have a
always
new fan here, so.
well, thank you so very much. You know, and you know, like I said, I love this music. So give us a little background of where you're coming from. Where do you call home? Where do you kick up your boots and
So
call home?
I am from Coachella, California.
Hmm.
Born and raised in the Coachella Valley in India, but it's like border. I mean, border. I'm sorry. Uh, Neighboring towns. But yeah, Coachella is where I live, where I'm from. I do all my music in LA, which is about 2.5 hours away from where I live. So I commute every
Hmm.
single week. I basically live in LA part time, and I live here full time. And yeah, that's a little bit of my background. I've been around music my entire life.
Hmm.
I feel like it's been heavily influenced by my father, not from my mother's side. My mom's all the dancing stuff, all that cool,
Yeah.
artistic stuff like that from her side. But the music definitely from my dad. He's been a musician his entire life. So ever since I was little, I've always been around. And all my siblings are musicians again. I'm as well. So I've just always been around it. But I didn't professionally embark into this career until the year 2019, end of it truly. So 2025 was just like I don't want this to sound insensitive to anyone, but for many of us, it was not the greatest of a year. But For me, however, it was truly one of the best years of my life because I was able to take this long awaited break that I needed and rediscover myself. And I went straight, like, head on for music, and I haven't stopped since then. And I don't think I'll stop anytime soon. And I've always wanted to do this. So this is, I know I belong here. This is home. This is me.
Yeah, it's a commitment. It's uh, you can tell when people want to do this because they love it, as opposed that people want to just dabble in music as a hobby. You know,
Yeah.
there's a huge difference in
Big.
and you know how they apply themselves, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of effort, even if it's a fun song like Acariciame, you know, there's a lot of effort that puts into it.
A
You
lot
know,
of
it's
sacrifice.
yeah, it's not just one person that sat down and it's not like you just walked into your closet, sang the song, and then it's out and done. It takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of people behind it, a lot of work that goes behind it. You know, musicians and mastering and remastering and recording and vocals and dummy tracks and a lot of other stuff that goes along with it that makes a song. So you know, it's a lot of effort. It's not just something that people can take lightly, what people don't understand, especially nowadays when you have Spotify and everything else.
Hmm.
You know, I think things like Spotify have kind of devalued music in such a way. You know, in my generation, you know, like the when I bought the Orange album from Aerosmith, you know, it was an orange vinyl, but you know, I bought it using my money that I got from mowing lawns, you know, and I
Hmm.
went down to the record store and bought it. It was mine, and but it, you know, I had to spend the $16 to get it. But now, you know, now people are, you know, it's what, 12, $19, and you get everybody's
Yeah,
catalog.
everybody's discography, and it's
Yeah, and it's devalued the music, but people make it. They still make it because it's still worth it. And you know that's why you know why I appreciate artists even more, because they do make them, you know, make the music. Yeah, you know, it's just like teachers. Teachers don't go in it to get rich. Teachers are never going to get rich,
right.
but they love what they do,
What
and
they do.
that's why they do it. And so that's the same thing that artists, whether they be music artists or any kind of artist, that's why they do what they do, because they love it. And which is, you can obviously see, because it looks like you're having a load of fun making that music video. Either that or those drinks were real.
Oh, you know what? Those drinks were far from real. They were like, Fanta soda, orange juice, and
uh,
um, yeah, we were not allowed to have alcohol on the set. But yeah, no, it was just it's really fun, and people don't see it, but there's a lot of sacrifice that goes into all of that. I do have a behind the scenes videos you guys can check out if you want to. It's available same on my channel, but the whole journey to it. I mean, writing the song, then recording it is another thing, producing all that. Like, it's there's a whole process, and the video is like kind of just like the cherry at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that's the fun stuff. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's not even fair for me to say because even though a lot of it is you're putting in all this serious work, I love it so much that it doesn't feel like work. It feels like just a good old time. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense, I just
Oh yeah, because if when you're doing what you love, then it's not really a job. It's
and
just doing what you love.
and I've always said it. I don't care how far I get with it. Of course, as a professional, I want to get as far as I can with it. Go as far as I can with it. But I'm always gonna stay in this. Like this is me, and whether I become super big or not, I don't care because I'm never gonna stop doing this. This is my love, and I love it so much. I don't even know if I'm making any sense, but
No,
it's
no, no.
just
You're
home.
making
It's home.
you're making perfect sense because of the fact that it's it's the creed of an artist. It's a forever artist. That's their creed, you know. And there's a lot of love and loyalty to the music that you know that's there, and that I don't see. I mean, I see everything as being great. It's there's nothing. What you're saying is wrong. You know, it's perfect. It fits within what you're saying. You know,
Thank
that you know it's a true calling and it's wonderful. You know, Hello, Leona. Laura Saenz from Leona Promotions is here with us. Thank you
Oh,
so very
what's
much.
up, Laura? I hope
Yeah,
you like your shirt and stuff.
and I know this is a fun song, but you have another song that I want to go ahead
Oh, let's
and
go.
play for you. Rory Ann says, and your videos shows how much fun you're having and your passion shines through.
Oh, Rory,
Yeah.
thank you, sweetheart. That is so sweet of you.
Also, but I mean, it's wonderful. But I wanted to share another video of yours that shows a different side of you. This is a beautiful song.
Okay, I know which.
Madrecita, you know which one I'm talking about already. And I sent you another link. I'm going to send you another link and try that one and see if that one helps you out. But in the meantime, why don't we just go ahead and listen to Madrecita? It's a wonderful. Is that your mom that's in that video?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a beautiful song. It's a beautiful video. Take a listen to it. And this is Madrecita from from Edwin, and it goes like this.
Madrecita hermosa, madrecita querida, lo que siento por usted, lo que vivo por usted, le debo mi vida, madrecita hermosa, ilumina mi alma, qué bonita es la vida, el amor es eterno, lo siento aquí adentro, madre querida, mi consentida, le debo mi vida. Madre querida, mi consentida, le debo mi vida. Madrecita hermosa, gracias por todo lo que me ha dado en esta vida. Hoy soy el hombre que soy, gracias a usted. La quiero mucho y que Dios me la bendiga siempre. Madrecita hermosa, ilumina mi alma. Yo quisiera darle el mundo, yo quisiera darle todo. Lo siento aquí adentro, consentida, le debo mi vida. Madre querida, mi consentida, le debo mi vida.
There you go. Hey, awesome, brother. Awesome. Hey, we can see you're moving now, but we can't hear you.
How about now? No. Can you? Hold
You're
on.
echoing.
Hold on. Okay.
Still
Now,
echo.
am I still echoing now?
No.
Okay, that's all good?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, we got this sorted out. Hi, hello,
Well,
everybody.
trial and error happens. It's all right. It's all right. What's up, B? Borrado Lopez, my good buddy from Houston, Texas. How are you doing, brother? He says, "What's up, Indio? How are you doing?" Yeah, Hilda, she's like, "Wow, now I'm crying." You
I
know, it's so
know,
beautiful.
Hilda. Thank you. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate those
Yeah,
words.
I when I was doing my research, my mom actually she just got out of the hospital. She was in the hospital for a couple of weeks. That's kind of why, guys, if y'all were following me, I hadn't had my show in a couple of weeks. It's because my mom was in a hospital, but she's in a care home now, so she's being taken care of, and so hopefully she'll be able to go home soon. I know she's mad at me for putting her there, but she's got to get rehab, and that's the only way we can do it. She's in Houston. She should be living here. But anyway, but it's wonderful. Hilda says, you're welcome. Hey, Juan Antonio Lomas says, saludos, Edwin. Amigos, keep up the good work. Great.
Oh, thank you. That's Jay Lomas. Hey, how are ya?
Yeah, Jay, that was awesome, bro. And you know what? It's a beautiful song. It's well. You know what? Have you thought about this? The music that you've been putting out, have you thought about the fact that people are going to fall in love to your music? People are going to dance their
Oh,
first dance to your music. People are going to,
no, that almost makes me want to cry because that would be
yeah,
so beautiful. Actually, one of my bestest friends, Adele, she at her wedding, her now husband danced Madrecita Hermosa with his mom for their first what mother son whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit nervous.
the father son dance.
Yeah, and I literally was like sitting in the back in a little corner. I don't like all that crazy attention sometimes, and I just was crying because they all knew that was my song. Obviously, they're really good friends of mine, and they started. I was I had the knot in my throat the entire time, crying in the little corner over there. But yeah, that would be the sweetest thing ever, honestly. And
Mhm.
I mean, it would be as a singer songwriter. I mean, what more could you want? If someone were to sing the song to me, I think I don't know how I would handle it. I don't think I could just stand there not, burst out in tears. I think that would just fill me up with so much joy, and I don't know. Just the thought of that makes me nervous. I'm like,
Well, I mean, that's going to happen. That's music is eternal. Music is this is what makes this all the world go around. That's what motivates us. That's what music can recall a thought. Music can recall a smell, a taste, the touch of someone's hand. It is very, very a very, very real thing. When I started this radio station was because of the fact that music was my only escape when I was deployed, when I was a soldier. To calm the chaos that we were in, it was music that brought me home. And so that's a very real thing. The power of sharing a thought, an emotion, through music is a gift, and that's what you're doing with us. You're sharing your gift with us. So it's very appreciative. You know.
Thank you, and thank you for your service.
Oh
Thank you.
well, thank you. So my mom made me do it. No, just kidding.
Regardless.
Rosie, Rosie, Allison Vio, rap promotions in the house. How are you doing,
Hey,
Rosie? She says
Rosie.
hi. Hey, Rosie. She's always hard at work. Poor thing. She doesn't have any time off. Get some time off, girl. And B says, "Yeah, thank you, Indio. Send me a notification. I thought I did. And thank you for your service. Yeah, of course. No, thank you. Sometimes I wear my military cap, and I'm like at a grocery store or something. Somebody comes and says, "Hey, thank you for your service," and I'm like, "Whoa, how did you know?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." I forget that I'm wearing it. It's not something that I look for. It's not, it's just. I mean, there's heroes out there. I'm just some guy from Victor, Texas. I'm nobody special. No, it was. Once again, that was a beautiful song dedicated to your mom, and it was wonderful, and it showed your range. The reason I wanted to also play that song was not only because it was a beautiful song, but it showed your range. I wanted to give people the understanding that it was. You're not just a one trick pony, that you do have a good, huge vocal range that was there. And that was one of the reasons that I wanted people to see it as well, or listen to it and see it as well. Because although you are new to the Tejano scene, you're not a new singer. You didn't just wake up yesterday and go, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a singer. After this donut, I'm going to go sing Tejano music." No, it was you've been at this for a while,
Mhm.
and so it's very appreciative that you know.
Thank you. Thank
I appreciate your travel, your journey, which is pretty awesome.
and
Mi- Michelle
uh,
says beautiful, of course.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you for bringing that up. It's honestly, it's like so fulfilling to hear you just mention that because obviously when you release music, most people who listen to music they appreciate it, but they don't know specific. Like in that song, the highest note I hit was a C6, which is really really
Mhm.
high in my falsetto. Which, by the way, I have a very low like register of with my
Yeah,
voice, but my falsettos, and I can even whistle. I can go pretty high up sometimes, with good warm ups, of course. But yeah, I just with my music, I think, um, you know, listening to my idols and wanting to belt out and be able to sing, C5s and belt those out, but realistically, I can't belt those out in my chest voice. I said, well, I need to, master what I have and showcase what I have so that there's just so much going on, and I think that's with every single song that I'm doing. Madrecita Hermosa showcases a big range of what I do,
mhm,
and another thing with Acarism and another thing for the future of what you can expect in my music is my background is very much pop, so that's where all the falsettos and all these runs and all these ad libs in the back that you'll hear. Same with Acarism. It's a very um, like I said, a fusion, but with the pop element and the vocal production of it. You'll hear so many cool things in the back, and I love that. And that's one thing
mhm.
I think that fans, will be able to identify in the future when they listen to my music, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, yeah, like listen to this," And it's so crazy because sometimes, you don't hear all these things, but after a while, after listening to a song over and over and over, then you start to hear, "Oh, I didn't hear that part there. That boy, he's doing well. Is that him?" So I love that. The what is it? The whole surprise of it all. What is that?
Mhm.
Yeah, like a big surprise, and there's just so much going on, and I think that's what I want with my music. It's for everyone to just enjoy it, feel really good when they listen to it, but then just feel like, wow, like there's so much I didn't even know that this
Yeah,
could fit on.
to identify the nuances of your song, the way you put it out is great. I mean, when I was listening to you, and I'm like, that's a G. He's like at a G, a low G, a A, and then he's going way over here. I was like, wow, this guy, he's all over the place, and that's pretty awesome, and it's not necessarily. I mean, it's not how loud you get; it's how well you get loud. It's achieving that note. How well you achieve the note, and for me, I've been doing this a long time, and so I can appreciate, the music and the effort. The music is very well mastered, but that's what I expect from Shelley. And but it's a great song, and I mean, this song here is just it's wonderful, and it's really awesome. But like I said, I wanted people to hear it so that way they could better understand your range and show a different side of you, a different side of your vocal ability, and a different side of you, the artist, which is pretty cool. Borrado was asking, Mr. Edwin, do you have your YouTube channel?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
he does. And actually, I wanted to let y'all know that if you want to get a hold of Edwin or get some more information, you can always go to his one and only Facebook. Ooh, look at that. You go to the
So
Facebook channel.
fancy.
That's a QR code. You could go ahead and click on that QR code. It'll take you to his Facebook, and you can go ahead and check him out there. Cool. Cool. Yeah. As far as his music, though, I'll send you what I have from him. Morado is a DJ in Houston, so that way he can play your music and.
Yeah, you can find me on everything under my name, and I'll pop up.
Mhm. Yeah, and so what's next for you? What's coming up for you? What are you working on outside of promoting this song? Because I know this is something that you have. And you know what? Let me tell you something. Let me give you my side. And I know it's not always the popular idea, but for me, I always say let it cook a little bit. Let it cook, because some songs they're just they keep trucking, and they keep going, and they keep going, and they keep going, and don't kill it with another song. Let it stay. Let it stay. And you just gotta this is a beautiful. It's a fun song. It's a wonderful. It's a catchy song. It's got a lot of different nuances in it that are new, and people. Uh, 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 it's okay. It's like this. I have a show on the weekend that's called "Should Have Been a Bigger Hit," and it's all these songs because I have all these albums that I've procured over the years. And back in the day, they would record 10 songs, 12 songs, put it on an album, but they'd only release 2 or 3 songs. But the rest of it was so awesome. And they never released them because they didn't have, the company would say no. But they were great songs. But I firmly believe that if you give people the opportunity to listen to the music, they will fall in love with it. And so that's how it starts. Oh man, I really love that song, and then somebody else is listening to it, and hey, what's that song? And then they're like, oh yeah, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. And I'm just saying, don't be too quick to pull the trigger and release another song just because this one's having success. Let it sit for a little bit, you know.
I
Uh,
really
uh,
appreciate that because that's literally, I swear, I feel like I'm having a conversation with my, with my producer because that's literally our game plan. I mean, we do have many, many plans and stuff coming, coming along. Of course, we do have an album coming out soon. Not anytime like within the next 3 months. Further out, we're gonna work with what we have right now. Of course, we don't like to release anything that is not polished or up to those standards that we have. That's the beauty of working with my producer is that he's very picky, and he
mhm,
something's not good, it's not coming out, and I enjoy that because as a student, I'm always going to be his student, and whoever I work with, I'm always going to be a student because I'm a strong believer in you always going to learn something no matter how good you get at what you get, at what you do, and so yeah, so that's with that. But yeah, we have the album coming out. I don't want to put a date on it, but soon, you
yeah,
know.
don't put a date on it because
Yeah.
yeah, it's happened before where people go, I have an album coming out next month, and then you have to redo something, and you're just like,
hmm And
next
as
month
you
came and
know,
went, and it's too
yeah,
there's too many factors that go into it that it wouldn't make it. It's better just to leave it alone and say it's coming out. That's all that
Dude,
matters.
yeah.
It's coming out. So just leave it that way. Trust me. Heather says, "Oh, so fancy, Lawrence." Yes, I know. I'm fancy. I'm fancy.
You are very fancy.
B says, "Okay, I'll send you my email again." I know, B. I'm sorry. Thank you so very much. Michelle says 100. Rosie says, "Can you share any mentors or role models who've influenced you?"
Men-
And Rosie says hello, by the way. And also, she wants to remind you that Edwin's music is on all platforms and stream it on all music. I say don't stream it on Spotify because Spotify doesn't pay as much. You can do it on Tidal. Tidal does more, by the way.
oh,
Yeah, so Tidal pays more. And by the way, and if you are listening to it on the website or on the app, there is an add to cart button. You can click on it, and it'll take you to to Apple Music, and you can go ahead and purchase all of his music there. And I don't make any money from that sale, but because I participate in the program, I do get a discount on my licenses because I am fully accredited with ASCAP, BMIC, SIC, and SOCOR. So this is a fully accredited radio station. With that being said, sorry, who is your share your mentors or role models or who have influenced you, as
well,
Rosie has asked?
for sure. My number one, I think, from since I was a little kid, was always my dad.
Mhm.
With the music influence heavily in our household. Like I said, all my siblings are musicians as well. Very different genres, very different tastes and whatnot. My baby brother, just 1 year apart, he's into like metal. That whole screaming. I'm like, but they sound great and they have a great following because they're consistently, they're constantly practicing, touring, and then building their, grassroots fans, as we call it. And so they're doing good. My older brothers and nephews and everybody else, regional Mexican, very like traditional
Mhm.
backyard party type of music. So we have all that. And so I'd say my dad for sure. Another great influence on me has, again, my producer. He's helped me and polished the heck out of me. And I am forever grateful to this man because, even in the moments as an artist, we have it, ups and downs, ups and downs. He just goes back in there and picks me up when I need that little lift. And so, I'd have to say that. And as far as influences go, well, of course, I have a lot, but if I have to pick, let's just say top three, of course, the Queen of Tejano herself, Selena. And
Mhm.
I'm such. It feels so wrong to do this because there's so many voices that I listen to that inspire me that I'm like, But we have the queens, of Grupero, Alicia Villarreal, Ana Barbara, and you know that genre. I love my divas, and then my ultimate influence in music is crazy. It's so completely off, but Christina Aguilera. I hear that voice, and I guess that's my influence. Like I don't know.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse. Most people didn't know that she was Hispanic.
Yeah,
Yeah, even though she had Aguilera as her last
I
name,
know,
they're like,
right?
what? Yeah. So it's cool though. I mean, but that's to model your voice. Those are some powerful voices out there. So to model yourself after that's kind of tough. Because but that's the deal. It's practice. It's putting forth the effort to try to reach that. You know, I was reading Barry Gordy's biography, and he talked about the Whitney Houston, and when Whitney Houston was a child, before she became Whitney Houston, she would do vocal lessons 4 times a week, 4 times a week as a kid, and then she had done an estimated something like I want to say it was 10,000, maybe 100,000 hours of practice before she even sang her first note as Whitney Houston,
Wow.
before she even got there. And that's dedication. That's something that's completely, you know, uh, 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 something that's new. And so, I mean, something that people didn't realize. And but that's the deal. That's what it takes. It takes that influence. It takes that that yearning, that dedication, that discipline. And I said this last week. I will take somebody with discipline and fervor, somebody that wants it, far. I mean, I'll take that 100 times more than somebody who has 10 times more talent, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if you're lazy about it, it won't matter.
Yeah.
The person who's diligent, the person who wants to work at it and struggle, that person's going to is going to have success.
Beautifully said.
Beatriz Rojas. Oh my God, he's amazing. Became a fan immediately.
Oh.
I think she was talking about me, bro. Not you.
I think so too. You know, because you're too fancy. You're too fancy.
Yeah, it's too bad. Don't listen.
I think so too. I think so too.
No, don't listen to me. Los Latin horns. Hey, los Latin horns. How are you guys doing? Can hear that they influence you with your range. Much respect. Yeah, it's a great range. It's wonderful. Like I said, that's why we play it, so that way we
Thank
can,
you.
every.
The range is just like it's a blessing because I was so sad, my friend. I was so sad because I was like, oh, when you're discovering, when as a man too, as a male, you go through your period. So when you're younger, you can sing all these crazy,
Hmm.
notes and whatnot and ranges. And as you go through your puberty, your voice, it goes down a few
Yeah.
octaves. And so to still have this range that I have now, I mean, to just when I was discovering my falsetto, I always knew I could sing pretty high falsettos from
Hmm.
listening and singing. But when I sat there and then, and then discovering my whistle register and just so I'm like, you know what? It's okay. It's okay that I can't belt out C5s and whatnot, but at least I can get there in my falsettos and my head voice and whatnot. So it
Yeah.
makes up for it. And I'm just happy that I'm able to kind of jump into all these little things and my productions. And so, I mean, that's another fun part about when we're writing these arrangements and figuring how we're going to sing this stuff, because it's like, oh, we could sing it something very simple, like here, but that's not who I am. I want this and then boom and that, and just a little bit of everything to kind of have the listener amazed and just like, what the heck is going on, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm,
yeah.
it's actually it's the thrill of discovery is what it is. It's just making sure that you get out there and keep doing it. And you know what? Uh, um, it's like I love to paint and everything else, but whenever I sit down to paint, the idea of what I have in my head of when I start, it always ends up something different. But I allow it to become whatever it is. I don't force it to be one thing. It's better to let it just grow and be as is, because then it's organic. If you kind of fit it into this little box, it's very formulaic, and you don't want it to be that. You want it to be organic. People tend to go more toward the organic. Beatriz says, I so want to do a duet with Edwin.
Let's do it. Let's do
Beatriz,
it.
yeah, Beatriz is she's got some vocals too. She's got some pipes,
All
So,
right, let's
right,
do it. Let's do
yeah,
it.
that is she's something else. And yeah, Beatriz, you need to come back on the show. By the way, girlfriend, you need to give me a call. Ford Muscle Luis 97 says, "Hey, what's up, Edwin? How are you doing?"
Hey, how are you, my friend?
We got royalty in the house. Vic Gonzalez. Hey, Vic, how you doing? By the way, he just put out the flyer for all new artists. You are welcome as well to come on out to there in Fanfare. We're going to have the radio gala again. It's going to be happening this coming March. Come on out. 50 or so radio stations are going to be there. I am going to be there. I'm going to have my whole set up like I always do. And Vic usually helps take care of it because I have a lot of people that show up. But y'all guys are more than welcome. Please come on out. It is a great opportunity for new artists or for any artist to get their music out there, get their where else can you go to one location and talk to 50 different radio stations, get your music out there? This is a place to be. Trust me, it's well worth your time. It's well worth your effort, and you can get a lot of publicity out of it and get yourself out there. So please come on out and shake some hands and get to know it. And plus, also, I book a lot from there because like right now I'm booked up until April or so, but from there I'll be booked till the end of the year. So
Um,
come on out. I think last year I did like 38 interviews in that one day. So a lot of people. But anyway, that's my 5 cents. Latin Horn says, listen to Miguel Aceves Mejia. He's the king of falsettos and mariachi.
okay,
Very good.
I
I
will
don't know.
absolutely. So.
There you go. Beatriz says, of course she will. Yes. Uh, are you talking to him or are you talking to me? Uh, Hola, Vic. Please pray for Eric. Of course, yes. Indio is also on Roku TV. Yes, I am on Roku TV. So you go ahead and check it out. We are broadcasting live on TV, by the way. And there's also some of my shows are on there. Some of Tejano Time TV from back in the 90s is also there. We also have some concerts that are there. We have some interviews that are there. It's a video on demand and also live shows and all kinds of stuff that are on there. And the girls are going to be on there tomorrow. Dos mujeres quieren saber that are going to be on there, which is Hilda Peña and Michelle Ann, and they're going to be on there tomorrow as well at 6 o'clock. So go check them out. And Indio has his own merch. Yes, I do, but I'm wearing Jenny B merch today.
Very nice.
So the deal is because we have a show coming up this weekend. So for those of y'all that are in the West Texas area, come on out and see the show. But no, so real quickly, Besitos, tell me about the song.
Besitos. So, right when I finished filming Acaríciame, I got back home. By the way, I film all my music videos in Guadalajara. I found
Guadalajara.
And so on the way back, I was like, I need to. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you.
Congrats on your number one song and your nominations.
Thank you. Congrats to you too, because she got nominated as well, I think. So congrats. I hope to meet you very soon. Besitos, that was just like a very playful, like writing it was super fun, and just I wrote it based on the music video that I had in mind. And literally what you see in the video is literally my vision come to life. Came in real life, if that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was a literal interpretation of what you thought.
Yeah, so literally I was just writing it, and it kind of got this like whole French type of like ad-lib type of little theme going on there, because I was just playing with fillers and whatnot, and I'm like, what should I say here? And one of those ad-libs, ooh la la, just came out, and I was like, this is gonna be a burlesque chateau type of music video, like oh yeah, we're doing this whole like burlesque vibe and French, and so that's how that came about. Yeah, it was really cool,
Yeah, that's awesome. But you know what? I once again, I like it because of the fact that it's just a different side of you. It's to show once again your different vocal ability. It's still on your more fun side, but it's still giving people a different side and show that kind of where you're at. It's Tejano Time, says shout out from DFW. What time is it? It's always Tejano Time. Thank you so very much. So let's go ahead and listen to Besitos from Edwin Baltierra. That is the one and only Edwin Baltierra. I am Indio. This is Qvo Radio, and this is Besitos. It goes like this.
¿Quién es usted?
Tranquilo, todo está bien. Dime, ¿por qué estás tan triste?
No estoy triste, no sé de qué está hablando.
Tu cara dice una cosa, pero tu corazón otra.
Es que trabajo tan duro cada día y cada noche. Y le he invertido mucho, pero aún no veo ni un resultado. Y ya no sé qué esperar del futuro.
Veamos qué te dicen las cartas.
No les tengo mucha fe.
Toma 3 cartas.
Va.
Las cartas te dicen que tendrás mucho éxito, conquistarás el mundo y tendrás mucha fama.
Es que no le creo.
Confía en las cartas. ¿Quieres ver tu futuro?
¿Cómo?
Tómate esta copa. Tómatela, verás tu futuro.
Bonjour.
Hey, you got a lot of likes on that one.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
You know what? I do have a drawback on your video though.
Okay.
You made me tired, bro. You dance so much, man. I'm like, calm down. Je
You know,
t'impressionnais tout le français.
you know what? I don't bonjour. Bonjour, je m'appelle Edwin Baltierra. As far as I get.
oh, oh, come on.
Uh,
I thought, well, shoot, well, there
I
was a
learned a
lot of,
little bit just for those parts because I was like, I was on the phone with one of my good friends, Kim. She was a French major, and so I was like, how do I
uh,
say this and how do I say that, and this is, and yeah, it happened.
oh,
Oh yeah.
so well, I was gonna speak to you in French, do the rest of it in French, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I promise next time around I'll be
Yeah,
fluent. Just for
yeah, idioma italiano, n'est-ce pas?
Você fala português? Eu falo pouco português.
Português, sprechen Sie Deutsch?
What? No.
Niente sprechen Sie Deutsch, sprechen Sie Americanisch. Okay. So, well, there we are. Portuguese is a little hard. I know it's close to Spanish, but
Yeah.
it's a little hard for me.
Like I understand it very well, since I was little we've been around a lot of Brazilians, so
Hmm.
that whole Brazilian culture has always been, and by the way, maybe something with that in the future, near future, not anytime soon, but sometime in the future. But yeah, that culture is just so beautiful, so beautiful,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
beautiful. And but when they speak it really slowly though, I'm like, oh, it's Spanish.
It's almost, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. You can pick up a lot of it. He needs to be international. He's too awesome for Tejano. He's got that fire.
Uh, One
No,
step
no,
at a
no, no.
time.
He's not limited by Tejano. What he's doing is just doing what he wants. That's the key thing. That's the beautiful thing.
She's a
Orphe, my beautiful Orphe, how are you doing? Love
Orphe!
him.
I
She says,
love you,
love him.
girl.
Yeah, Orphe's amazing. She's a sweetheart.
I know.
Mm,
I would love to collab with Orphe as well. She's such a sweetheart. She's
Well,
such a
you know
favorite.
what? I know a guy. I know a guy. So Rory, she says, wow. Yeah, it's never right. Yeah, I'm a polyglot. You don't know what a polyglot is, right?
No.
I speak 7 languages.
So I need you to please elaborate.
I speak 7 languages. That's what a polyglot is, a person who
Okay.
speaks 7 languages. So
Wow. What other languages do you speak? So we said Italian, a little bit of Portuguese, French.
I don't speak Portuguese. I said I
Oh,
don't
okay.
speak French, Italian, German, Spanish, Karen Cowan, English, and sign language.
Wow. Oh, wow. All I can tell you is more and thank you.
Do you play any instruments? Rosie wants to know.
No, I've been trying to take on piano and guitar, but like my fingers are too sensitive for the strings. Like that hurts. I don't know how y'all do it. I gave up within like 2 weeks of that. They're like, "Oh, you're gonna build calluses and blah blah blah," and it just no. And then with my manicures and stuff, I just is not. I'm not willing to give it up. So piano, I'm gonna go back into that because I was getting really good, but I'm not good enough to where I can say like comfortably say I can play you the piano. So that's my next goal.
With the thing about a piano is if you play an A chord with a piano, whether you were just a beginner or whether you're a 20-year veteran, it sounds exactly the same because it's just an A. The piano is the one that makes it. You just have to know where to hit the note, but it'll sound exactly the same. That's the only instrument that's like that.
Okay.
Because like on a guitar, you have to hit the right amount of pressure in order to get the song right and get fingers out of the way. And same thing with any kind of stringed instrument. The same thing with a wind instrument. You have to blow the right amount of wind and make the right lip movement.
No, those are crazy. I think
Yeah.
about that. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but with a piano, if you hit the C on a piano and a professional hits the C, it's going to sound exactly the same. And the key, what helped me learn how to play uh, the piano was to help me with the playing it with both hands was doing it at the same time in the air. So, you know, you do it like this, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you're playing it with your right hand, and then you take off your right hand and you do it with your left hand, and then you just go you're going back and forth, and then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and take one off, and then that will train your hands to so that way it's easier for both hands to work.
Hmm.
It's just a little,
I'll take that. I'll take that.
it's just you know.
My last instructor used to like hit my fingers with a pencil.
Oh gosh.
Mess up, so.
So, did you punch him in the face? I would have punched him in the face. No. Hey, we've come to the part of the show where we give you the floor, where you can say your shout outs, where you can say thank yous, and you can do everything else and plug and remind people where everything is at and where to go and everything else and what's coming up for you. Whatever it is that you want to say, no naughty things, but I just want to, whatever it is that you want to say, honestly, and share all the information and everything else. It's just you and the crowd. Don't forget that if you want to get a hold of Edwin, here's the
You are
Facebook.
so
Boom.
fancy.
I'm fancy. It's so fancy. So it's all just you by yourself, brother. Here it is.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for the endless love and support. You have no idea how much my team and I and my entire family appreciate it. It's been just a crazy past 2 months, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. And hopefully, it is there with me and all of you in it. And if you guys want to reach me on anything, there's my hyperlink there for Facebook. But on all of my profiles, I have a hyperlink that'll take you to all of my music, to all of my socials, anything that it is. And my email, of course, for any bookings if you guys are interested, baltierrarecords@gmail.com. I do have a full band. We are ready to go anywhere. So yeah, give us an email, and thank you guys again. Shout out to my producer, my mentor, my vocal coach, a little bit of everything, and my therapist, Johnny Juan Manuel Corona, my co-writer, to Shelly Lattis for the amazing help, to the entire team, Rosie and Heather and everybody else that has been sharing my music, and Laura as well. She reached out to me, one of the first ones. Thank you so much to everybody that's been sending me such sweet and kind messages. I really, really appreciate it. And I seriously cannot wait to meet all of you. And I hope it's sooner rather than later. So yeah, I think that's all I've got.
That's not good enough.
I'm sorry. And thank you again to Mr. NDO for having me here and being so fancy, making me feel like such a superstar. Honestly, all of the stuff that you're doing, don't stop, man. It's just, you are like up there, top tier.
Wow. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, but I'm just some guy from Vancouver, Texas. Rosie Allison, by the way, wants to remind you that if any DJ needs his music, please contact her, Rap Promotions, Rosie Allison Rap Promotions. She's the one that's handling all the distribution of music and everything else. Go ahead and contact her. She's got a lot of other artists that she's taking care of as well. She's one of the top tier leaders, the top of the hill, top of the iceberg when it comes to distribution of music. Jojo Herrera, how are you doing? Tejano Up in the house. Tejano Up, once again, they have their own app. They have their own internet radio station as well. Go ahead and listen to them. Great bunch of guys. Did an awesome job with the Tejano, Toys for Tejanitos. I love these guys. And, go ahead and come on. And try to say, Rosie says, "Thank you, NDO. I'm blushing. Stop it. You deserve the accolades, girlfriend. You're doing a great job.
Love you, Rosie. Love you, girl.
And you know what? Thank you so very much, Edwin, for joining us. I really do appreciate you, brother, man. It was really awesome. And this is your house. Whenever you want to come back, or when you got an announcement to make, you're more than welcome to come back. Let us know, and we'll be happy to have you on here 100%. Beatriz, give me a call, girlfriend. I need you here. All right. Heather, how come you haven't called me? What's going on? She's amazing, says Heather. And so hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Heather actually lives here in San Angelo. She should be calling me all the time. I know. That's
Heather.
That's not cool, Heather. Shame on you. No, just kidding. No, thank you so very much, and be watching out for Edwin's music. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. Thank you so much to each and every one of y'all for being here. I really do appreciate you. I'm sorry that it's taken me some time to come back, but like I said, my mom, she was in the hospital. My son was in the hospital, but I'm here, and I'm here now. And so hopefully we'll get back up and get going again and everything else. And thank you for a wonderful year last year. Last year we topped uh, once again another 1 million people listening to us last year. So
Wow.
thank you so very much for each and every one of y'all. And I want to remind each and every one of y'all that if today was not your day, if you had a bad day today, just remember every day planes take off against the wind. You matter. You are loved. You're enough. Okay? We can all be good to each other. That's the only way we level up is together. Indio, get ready for July, our school supply volleyball tournament. I already told you, bro. I will kill everybody on volleyball. Not really. I can't do volleyball. I look like a volleyball, but I,
Would
you
pay to
know,
see that.
my New Year's resolution was to get into shape. The shape I chose was a 3 liter bottle. No, just kidding. We'll see y'all guys next time. Thank you so very much. We're going to leave you with the Acariciame from Edwin Baltierra. Thank you so very much. Good night, B. We'll see y'all next time, guys. Y'all be good. Remember, tomorrow we have at 6 o'clock, we have the ladies at Dos Mujeres Quieren Saber. It's going to be here at 6 o'clock. And then over with my other buddy at Tejano, it's Tejano time. He'll be on at 7 o'clock, I think. So y'all be good to each other. Thank you so very much. God bless. Edwin, thank you so very much, brother.
So much. Thank
We'll
you.
have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Thank you.
Hasta luego. And here's
Bye.
Acariciame from the one and only Edwin Baltierra. And I'm Indio here on